Hey guys, so you have to realize that when you're growing yourself, when you're doing the best job you can, when you're living your life, when you're growing, when you're traveling, okay, you have to get somewhere. You have to get somewhere with your life. You have to coach. You have to every single day believe in yourself, believe in the person you are. Every single day try to help yourself in some kind of way to live life the best way you can so that you can enjoy life, so you can do whatever you like to do, because many people are suffering today. Many people are in a loophole, they're living in hell. Some people are in jail, some people are homeless, some people don't have money, don't have food to eat, for example. So you have to understand that you have to be grateful for your life. You have to be grateful for the person you are, and you have to give ideas. Okay, you have to give yourself ideas, but you have to look deep inside yourself for all the answers you ever want. Okay, so what I do is I always deeply go inside myself. I go deeply inside myself for all the answers, for everything I ever need. I make sure I deliver on something that I am. I try to coach myself every single day to live the best life I can, because I'm not perfect either, okay? I have my own flaws, I have my own things in life that I have to sort out. But the main thing is that you always have to keep an open mind, keep positive, and start delivering something to people that's going to help you in the long run. Okay? You have to understand that you have to archive everything. Okay? You have to keep a storage online. Okay? You have to have a storage online where you can post content on it, and then you can sell this information to people. But you have to understand, you have to get to the place where you understand that you have to start making money online. You have to make money online for yourself so that you can become financially free. Okay? Because those people who make money, okay, they have a wife, they have got kids, they got a house, whatever it is, So you have to realize that money is not everything, but it's up there with breathing. Okay, just like Zig Ziglar said, and you have to realize every single day, live your life the best way you can. Best way of your life has to be now. You have to do things now. You have to travel now. You have to live now. You have to grow now, and you have to be yourself. You know what you have to do, guys? Every single day, study people around you. And now you have to realize that when you're around people, they're going to mock you, they're going to humiliate you, they're going to embarrass you, they're going to say things that you don't want them to say in front of other people. Okay? And the thing is that they will guilt you, they will shame you, they will make you feel shit, they'll make you feel like shit, they'll try to control you. All this kind of stuff and all this bullshit happens around other people. Even around parents, okay? They're so controlling, and you have to realize that you have to just go your own way. You have to go somewhere where you feel it's safe for you to be yourself, and you have to go deep inside yourself every day for all the answers you ever need, okay? Because look, I've been making a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, for example, for over 5 years now. And yes, I get views, I get engagement, I get all these likes and whatever it is. I have this social media profile, all this kind of stuff, and it's nice. It's nice to have, but the thing is that eventually you have to start making money online with what you're doing, okay? Because you're building up this profile, you're building it up, you're building it up, you're building it up. You're trying to create a legacy, whatever you're trying to do. You have to go somewhere with this profile. You have to go somewhere with your life. Okay, it's not just about posting online. It's also about doing your passions in real life, doing what you came here to do for yourself, so that you can help yourself to get to the next level. Yeah, you have to get to the next level in your life. Because your life matters. You have to every single day believe in yourself. You have to believe in the person you are. You have to give of yourself. You have to create something of yourself. You have to create something in life. And what better way to create than to create words Create yourself words every single day. Write as much as you can. Air write as much as you can. Create music. Create something. Just create something and post it online. And keep creating every single day, creating your life. That's what you need to do every day. Every day, believing in yourself, digging deep inside yourself for the answers. Because there's a lot to say, there's a lot to do, and you have to every single day believe that you can. You have to understand that it's not about what other people say about you. It's about what you say about you. You must not care about what other people think of you. Okay, you must do what you feel is necessary for you. Hey guys, I want to say that every single day of your life, you have to be coaching, okay? And now, when I coach, okay, I personally coach people online. Okay, I coach people online on my YouTube channel, on my social media, and I write quotes, I do music, I do life coaching, I do comedy here and there, I do travel videos, travel stuff about me, or whatever it is. Okay, but the thing is that someone out there online does see my profile. They do see my profile, they do see how I do things in my life. They are following my blog, okay? But most people are not showing it. Most people don't show that they follow me, okay? Because the thing is that you have to realize, you know, we're not going to live forever, okay? We're going to live for some time, and then we're going to die, okay? And then we're going to meet God, okay? We're going to be with God, and God's going to help us to realize something, okay? And then from that point on, it's like you look back on your life, and you have to say, hey, I lived a great life. I lived a life, It doesn't have to be an extraordinary life. It doesn't have to be something amazing. But you can say simply that life is amazing. Okay, life is amazing even when you're at the bottom of life. Okay, because the thing is that, a life is a life. A life is a life. And those people who study life, those people who go their way in life, they're the ones who find their way. They find something to say, they find something to do, they find something to help themselves with. They coach people, they help people, they do whatever it is that's on their mind. They have a YouTube channel, they got a profile, and they're going somewhere with their life. My real estate, all my real estate is online about me. I've said everything I could say to people online, okay? It's all online about me, okay? And the thing is that, people can study my content for years, okay? And I'm on 2,800 videos on YouTube, a little more than that, but you have to realize that I want to get to 10,000 videos on YouTube, all about my life, everything about my coaching, everything self-education, whatever it is. I want to post as much content online as I can, so that I can realize things, so that I can express myself, so that I can be my own person, because that's what I believe in. I believe in myself. I believe in who I am. I am a good person. I don't have to prove myself to others. I can prove it to me. Okay? Here's the thing about me, I call myself a life coach. But in real life, I try to coach other people, but they don't want to be coached. For example, my mother or my dad or people just around me that live around me, okay? They don't want to be coached by me. You know why? Because they think, oh, they're 50 years old and I'm 33, and because I'm 33, and they're older than me or whatever it is, they believe that I can't coach them. I can coach them. I can coach anyone in life about anything, okay? I have abilities, I have talents, I have something to say, and I can show people a great life that I live, okay, inside myself. A person who smokes can live a great life inside themselves, because the thing is, you have to realize that it's about the wisdom, it's about what you understand about life. It's not just about your money, it's not just about how you look like. It's about your intelligence, how you think, how you act, how you feel, how you do things in your life. how you hold yourself together, how you go deep inside yourself, and I can teach people these kind of things, but many people are not coachable, okay? I've tried many times to approach people online. Hey, let me coach you, let me coach you. They don't want to. They don't even want to get coached by me for free. So what I done is on Instagram, I put 30 minutes of my time for $49,000 to get coaching from me. Okay, so I charge $49,000 for 30 minutes of my time. Okay, you know why? Because they don't even want to get coached by me for free. For free, they don't want to get coached. So I was like, fuck all of you. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna charge $49,000 for 30 minutes of my time. Because you guys can think whatever the fuck you guys want. You guys can think whatever you guys want about me now. You know, this is my price tag now. And I am not gonna coach anyone online unless they pay me. And as for my life, what I'm gonna do with my life, where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do, whatever it is, I'm gonna find a way. Okay, I'm gonna find a way to live my life. I'll make money. I'll make money regardless. I'll work whatever it is, whatever it takes to just live my life the best way I can. And that's what I believe in. I believe in a greater life for myself, and I don't need other people. I just need myself and God, and that's it. And I have myself and God. So all I do now is I just go deep inside myself for all the answers. The main thing in life is that you have to be entertaining. You have to be every single day growing. You have to be every single day coaching, explaining your life to yourself and other people. Okay, but the thing is that I do everything online. Okay, my business is online. Everything I do with myself is online. And now I've been trying to figure out the social media game. I've been trying so much to post content online every single day, make a profile, hold a YouTube channel, whatever it is, And I've been posting a lot of information online. I've been getting engagement, but the thing is that I have to do more than that. I have to make sure every single day I stay consistent online, every single day, but eventually making money online is what I want to do, okay? And now the thing is that I don't want to tell you my plans yet, but the thing is you have to realize that I eventually am making everything for myself. Everything that I have is inside of me. Okay, everything that God gave me is inside of me. Okay, so what I do is I rotate my hand around. I rotate the word I around. And I'm just thinking about I think about I go deep inside myself, and I'm looking inside myself every single day. Because the thing is that everything I ever need in my life is with me already. Okay? All the wisdom, all the riches, everything, you know, everything is deep inside myself. Money is a made up concept. People think that people who have a lot of money are rich people. But the richest people in the world are the wisest people in the world. Okay? So I aim to be wise. Okay? I aim to be just very wise because that's what makes me rich. Okay? The wisdom is what makes a person rich. The more wisdom you know, the more you can do, the more you can realize, the more you can help yourself, the more you can do anything when you have the wisdom. Okay? But the thing is that even the best bodybuilders in the world stop doing bodybuilding eventually. Even all the sports stars, all the people who play soccer, basketball, all these kind of things, they eventually retire from that stuff. And the thing is, um, you have to realize that people who own real estates around the world or whatever it is, let's say they got thousands of real estates, they eventually have to give this to other people. When we die, we're all going in the same grave, same fucking coffin, and like we're not taking anything with us into the next world. And you have to realize that you can make all these riches in the world, but you have to give it away anyway. You know what I like to do? I like to just speak my mind. I like to speak my mind because When I speak my mind, I do things. When I do things, I help myself. When I help myself, I love my life. When I love my life, I do me. When I do me, I grow. When I grow, I live my life. When I live my life, I go places. When I go places, I understand things. Because the thing is that I'm just growing myself any way I can. I'm looking deep inside myself for all the answers I ever need, and I'm really trying to manifest my dreams. I'm trying to get to the stage where I feel fulfilled, where I feel I have everything I need, where I feel I just have, because I do have things. But the thing is that I've seen other people experience things like, for example, they're with a hot lady, or they have sex with hot ladies, or whatever it is, and they're like, they got all this real estate, or they got kids, or whatever it is. And the thing is that it's like, I have not reached that stage yet, But the thing is that I got and that's what I need. And the thing is that you have to realize that, like, God will give you what you need. Okay, God will give you what you need, but God doesn't give you what you want. Okay, God doesn't give you what you want. God gives you what you need. Okay, so you have to realize that you have to get your needs met. Okay, but you have to understand, needs are more important than wants. I want a Ferrari, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna just get myself one right now. And the thing is that what I need is a roof over my head, I need some water, I need food and drink, and I need accommodation or something like that. Stay off the streets, for example. I have to be indoors, okay? But the thing is that it's nice to be on the streets sometimes, okay? But not homeless, okay? Now, homelessness is an experience, okay? But people who live homeless die earlier in life, okay? And now you have to understand, some people have to work, some people have to work, okay? But there are other people that don't have to work, okay? And there are other people who must work because they have to, and there are other people who don't have to work because they don't have to, okay? So which one are you? Okay, now you have to realize that you have to care about your life, you have to care about the person you are, and you have to live how you want to live. Okay, that's what you do. Hey guys, so every single day when you're coaching, when you're living your life, when you're doing something in your life, whatever it is, you have to understand, every single day, put words into fashion. Put yourself into fashion, put yourself into something that you can go live your life inside yourself. You're looking for something, you're looking for answers, you're looking for a greater deal. Okay, something that's going to help you to manifest something in your life, that's going to help you to propel forward. You're going to propel forward, you're going to build a life, you're going to build your success, you're going to build something fascinating for yourself. You're going to have riches, you're going to have a girl, whatever it is, and you're gonna live your life because you understand things, you understand where you are, you understand how you live, you understand how you're growing as a person, and you're growing yourself because you love your life. You're growing yourself because you're understanding how to do business, you're understanding how to get to a certain place that you need to get to, and you're taking yourself there, and you're leading yourself into life, you're leading yourself into a better life, because you deserve things, you deserve wisdom, you deserve experiences, you deserve to have a great life for yourself, where you're very wise, you understand things, and you're fit, healthy, and you're just growing yourself the best way you can, and you're living your life the best way you can. Okay, you're just living your life. It's not a special life, but it's a life well lived. Okay, and the thing is that you can be special. Okay, you can call yourself special. You can, because you have to realize you are special. Okay, every person's special. Okay, and we are not alone in life, but we sure as hell feel alone sometimes. Okay, and the thing is that it's okay to feel alone. Okay, you have to be alone sometimes with yourself. You need your own peace. You need to be with yourself sometimes. You need to be coaching yourself sometimes. And you have to understand, you have to be learning sometimes. Okay? So you have to understand, you have to experience things for yourself, you have to go places with yourself, you have to do things you've never done in your life, and you have to experience things just like everyone else. And yeah, you are on your own path, you'll see things differently from other people. You know, you live a totally different life to me or other people, and you're gonna help yourself to manifest things because you believe in yourself, because you're going places, because you're doing things, because you're helping yourself to get to the next stage. Okay, and you have to understand to write a new chapter in your life starting today, and start making sure every single day you're doing something wise, you're doing something of wisdom, you're doing something that's going to help you to propel forward.